What is going on, everyone? And today we are here for a little update from Greg Hill at iRacing, and he sort of dumped this on us overnight when all the Australian guys were asleep. So I woke up this morning to a few notifications and a little bit of excitement. So obviously overnight they've come out with the new dev update for November. And they've unpacked a heap of information for us, and it's pretty exciting. So what we're going to do is something just a little bit different. It's a little bit sort of casual, and we're just going to sort of deep dive into the notes because there's some hidden little gems in there that I don't think some people have sort of picked up on yet. So we're excited to sort of go through that. They've also even released some noises, so we're going to play those as well. So hopefully this is exciting for you guys, because I'm not going to lie, I'm like a kid in a candy store this morning. I'm super excited for what's to come from iRacing for this year and into the early next year. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So the first thing we obviously saw in the post was all about the team and the staff they've added into the service. So, which is fantastic that they're growing their team and adding more and more opportunities for people to build more content inside. Then it drops straight into Tempest, which is all about the weather system. Obviously, I've gone through now and I've actually highlighted some of the sections that I wanted to talk about. So the first thing we're going to talk about is when it's coming. So it doesn't officially say it's coming in the next build, but what it does say is that it can't guarantee it's ready for December, but once they do have this incredibly complex system sorted, it will be coming soon. So I'm not going to say it'll be here in the first build, but I'd say maybe in a patch a couple weeks after. Maybe it's a Christmas present for us, mid-December, who knows. So it's not that far away, but we'll wait and see. So then after that, it goes into talking about actually what's going on with the weather in the car. So the first thing I saw straight away that really excited me is the high aero cars with the vacuum effect. The fact that it's going to actually spit water out the back of the car and spray like it would with high downforce cars is incredibly exciting. It says that there's going to be aquaplaning and lots of crazy other little things that you really only get in real life. So the fact that the sim's going to be able to produce all this is incredible. So, and then it goes on to just sort of explain the fact that, and I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen anyway, is that we're going to sort of not soft release it, but just release it in segments. So it sounds like they're definitely going to try and add the Formula 1600, the Toyota 86, and the Ferrari. I'm going by the screenshots as well as to say probably the MX-5 will be in there as well. So I'm guessing they're going to try and add 4 to 5 cars at a time. But who knows, once they've got all them systems down in place, it might be able to include new cars a lot faster. So that's the first little bit about the weather. Super excited. Obviously, I'm just reading between the lines on parts of this as well. And I just sort of added the MX-5 because I think that they will add it, because obviously it's one of the most used cars at the start of your rookie career. And obviously a lot of the screenshots are in the MX-5 as well, even though it doesn't literally say it there. So that's just my sort of input into thinking that it's probably going to be involved. But what do you guys think? Okay, so the next one that I just saw that I thought was really interesting, and it's just a little one, is they're talking about the Audi R8 GT3 Evo 2 coming. And I just noticed at the end of the little post it said similar efforts will continue into the new year with multiple additions, replacements to our GT3 offerings. So that to me sounds like that we're going to get quite a few new GT cars in the next 12 to 24 months, I was going to say. So obviously iRacing's been a little bit behind with GT stuff up until probably 2020, 2021 when they brought in the BMW and the Mercedes, and obviously updating the cars as they come out more frequent. So it's great to see the Audi now being brought up to speed. But what GT3 cars do you reckon we're going to see coming in 24? All right, guys. So now the next thing we're going to look into is the tracks and what they've sort of announced so far. So obviously we know most of this was already coming. So the big one for me that I didn't know was the Okayama circuit getting a complete overhaul like they did with VIR. So that's pretty exciting that they're not just bringing us new content, but they're also updating the content that we have to make it up to standard with everything else. And not that there was anything wrong with Okayama. I think it's a fantastic circuit, but with some updated graphics, a little bit new artwork, with probably new signage and stuff around the circuit, I think it's going to add just that little bit extra to just feel a bit more modern. So that sounds awesome. Obviously, Slinger is coming for you oval guys, which I'm pretty excited for. Obviously, it's a very fast quarter mile oval, so it'll be a lot of fun. Obviously, Magello. Looking forward to checking that one out as well. But then on top of that, he does then go on to sort of, not so much as to say that there's more coming, but sort of hints it in a way. If you sort of read it in a way, you go, there are a lot more fixes, improvements, and additions coming in season 124. So it'll be very interesting to see what else they've got coming. And then he goes on to say there's a lot more on iRacing, and I could really go on here for a long time, but let's save these updates for a later date. So I think they're still working on quite a lot behind the scenes, and while they said this is what we're getting for the next build, I think there's quite a few little hidden gems still to be announced and shown off as we get closer to. So obviously Portimao and Navarro have been worked on already, which is really exciting, and they're already under production and arts. So it sounds like they're deep into production with them already, which is really cool. And then obviously there's a hidden little gem at the bottom, which is really cool because I really do enjoy the street stock cars. So there's actually a handful of different street stock bodies coming by the sounds of it, as well as them scanning the SRX cars for pavement and dirt. So there is quite a bit coming for everybody as well across the board. So that's pretty exciting to see. So the next little bit that was dropped was about the micro sprint, and then asking the question if we want to see a pavement version of the micro sprint as well. So it's really cool that they're opening it up to the community and asking what the people in the community want to see as well. So so that was the first little bit I saw in this little bit of the post, and then sort of talking about future short tracks coming, which is fantastic because I think short track racing is a great skill to sort of have and learn and develop. So because it does teach you a lot of stuff, even that you can cross over to road racing and dirt ovals and all the other stuff as well. So I think it's great that they're continuing to build the content across the board. Now the next little thing that we saw that they start to talk about is career mode. Now we did see an update about career mode. I think it was in the last development update that they posted. I think it was, I'm going to say August maybe. And it sounds like they're heading in the right direction with it pretty quick, which sounds awesome to see. I'm actually quite excited to do a little bit of career mode and just do something a little bit different as well. Like I love racing with lots of different people and having fun and that sort of stuff as well. But sometimes it's cool to just chill out and do something by yourself as well. So I think that's going to just add an extra experience to the service in general and just give people different opportunities to do different things. And then on top of that, the bottom bit is probably one of the bits that I get most excited about. So obviously you guys have seen on the channel, I do enjoy a little bit of cheeky oval racing here and there. Obviously coming from Australia, it's not our native style of racing, but it is something I enjoy highly. And I've just highlighted the last sort of sentence and a half paragraph. Track surface grips will change more rapidly as temperature rises and falls depending on weather, time of day, and the energy that the cars put into the track. Be prepared to tune setups for changing track conditions, search for the grips at various lanes, heat up and cool down throughout the race session. That to me sounds incredible. It sounds like we're going to get a similar style of sort of track formation and changing as we do with dirt ovals where the grip moves and you have to chase the grip. So the fact that it's going to probably have to teach you to build your setups a little bit more by yourself and become more independent on yourself, because I think that during a race these things are going to change and where your car might be at lap 1 might not be where it is at lap 200. So I think that's an incredible little add that they've put in there, and I cannot wait to see how the oval changes. Obviously, that doesn't sound like it's all coming out at once. They sound like they've got quite a bit happening with the complete remodel of the oval side, which is exciting. But it sounds like they're going to be just sort of bringing stuff out when they can, and not so everybody's built up and waiting for it for another 12 months while they get everything that they want into place. So really excited for that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it from the the side of the notes in the thing. If you obviously want to read all the notes, you can go and check that out. I'll post the link to the dev update in the comments below, in the description below. So make sure you go and check that out and have a read for yourself. Tell us what you guys think, what you're most excited for. I think it's going to be a fantastic updates coming in the next 12 months. So now we're just going to play the audio tracks that they posted as well. So there was a couple of rain audio tracks that they sort of soft released as well, so which is really cool. So you'll just hear like a windscreen wiper and then the car sort of running out on a wet track as well. So let's check those out. Alright guys, and that is pretty much it for the 2023 Dev November updates. As you can see, there was quite a lot there to unpack, so pretty excited that we've had this information from Greg Hill and the team at iRacing. Looking forward to seeing all this content and updates come to fruition in the next 3, 6, 9 months into 24 and beyond. So it's going to be pretty exciting. So it's great that they've actually released this to the community and the public and actually giving us some little snippets about what's going on. And I think iRacing do a fantastic job of keeping the community in the loop, and obviously they're not under any obligation to have to do that. So the fact that they want to involve the people in the community is fantastic. So I really applaud what they're doing, and they're really stepping the way forward with iRacing and sort of setting the bar even higher for what's to be expected from sim racing. So looking forward to getting into it next year, definitely now, especially with rain on the horizon. So if you haven't already, guys, please hit that subscribe button, turn them notifications on, stay up to date with all our content. We've got some new really cool ideas coming in 24 for you guys as well. So I really appreciate everybody that's been joining the community lately. It's been really cool, and I'm really excited to meet more of yous and get into it.